Okay, so we'll be starting with Ansible today. So, uh, like Ansible is a configuration management tool that helps system admins and DevOps professionals to manage a large number of servers. It excels at repetitive task automation, simultaneous deployment of apps and packages to a group of server, or configuring the server from scratch. Okay, so before starting with that, let's take a scenario. There is a class, okay, then class or lab, okay, with 50 computers, okay, 50 computers like this. They are model. So you are the one just so you are the lab assistant of this task or lab administrator of this task, and you are or this lab, and you are given a task that you have to install VLC media player on all these machines. Okay, so there are 50 computers. Like, this is just a starting. There are 50 computers, and you have to install with VLC media player at each of them. So what will be your approaches? Like there can be manual installing, like installing, like going to each one of them, login in, and then installing the package with like CLI or GUI, any of that which you prefer, and then going to another computer and repeating the same task, then going to another computer and repeating the same task. This can be your one approach. Then the second approach could be your automating with and with a script of in any language, like whatever your preferred language, like Python, Java, C, C++, whatever you like, writing a script in that of automating this task by using for loop, like looping, for loop or while loop, anything. So that could be also one thing, but for writing that such kind of script, you have to have good knowledge of your language also, and the operating systems also. So that could be a like you very tedious task, because you have to start from scratch. Okay, and all these machines are connected through LAN, okay, in a same network. So what could be the another step, like what could be your next? So the other thing is you can use a tool. Which kind of tool? Automation tool. Okay, so automation is, in this case, let's say it's configuration management tool. So there are various such management tools, configuration management tool, like Chef, Puppet, uh, Terraform, and Ansible. Okay, so Ansible is the topic for which we are studying right now. So what is this Ansible? So Ansible is just an package which is used for automating these repetitive tasks. Like how can we do this? Like there will be an machine which will be our master machine, which is also connected to each of them via net, oh sorry, LAN. Okay, so how this we will do this? We will install Ansible on this machine, and will fire an command using Ansible, and it will be executed on each of these machines. Like the command will the Ansible will go to each of these machines and execute that, run the command, execute it, get the output, and tell you back like what will be the result. You will be getting it to yourself at last. So this is how the Ansible works. So you must be wondering like how it is different from these other, like how different is Chef, Puppet, and all. So Ansible, the main reason, like the main difference between them is Ansible is agentless. Like, so what is agentless? So agent is the module or the package which like here it is Ansible. So what will be that like this is an Ansible cluster and this is an Chef cluster. Okay, so this also have 50 computers, this also have 50 computers, and these are all also connected through LAN. So what will be their difference? So in Ansible you only have to install Ansible on the master machine, like this, or there is also a master machine and these are all nodes. And so in Ansible you have to install Ansible on this master machine only, here only, and the nodes should have only SSH. I'll tell you why. Okay, SSH and Python, because the Linux system works in Python. Okay, and for Chef, like this is the Chef. So in Chef you have to install Chef on the master machine also, and it should be present on the nodes also. Okay, so it should be present on nodes and master both. Plus you have to install Ruby and have to have knowledge of this Ruby very good. You have to write everything in Ruby itself, so you have to have knowledge of Ruby also, Ruby language. But in this Ansible you don't have to have knowledge of Python because it is not used here. So this is the main difference between them, that it does not require a Ansible to be installed on all the nodes except master. So like now we have got the difference between them. So let's take it example, let's see how uh, so how this Ansible works, like how this Ansible connects to these nodes, how the all the things are, because there is no client installed on these nodes. So Ansible connects to these nodes using SSH, which is pre-installed in all the Linux servers. SSH, okay, that is secure shell. So it uses a secure shell, and using SSH it also guarantees security because it is using SSH for connecting to its nodes. So how it is done, that all the nodes are connected to the master using SSH, and then the command is fired via SSH, and the command is executed on these machines, like nodes, and the result is like taken and given back, like reverted back to the main machine, like master machine. Okay, so like what is really the use of Python in that, like why is Python? So the Python is used because the Ansible was developed in Python itself. The whole program is developed in Python. Also the modules are developed in Python, modules also in Python. So all the things are developed in Python only. Like how to make this cluster, how to create this cluster. So there is one requirement, like only one necessity, that the master should be a Linux system distro. That's all, because the master cannot be Windows or Mac OS, and the nodes can be anything, like it can be Linux, Windows, Mac OS, or anything. It should just there is only one capacity, that the master should be a Linux distro. That's all. So how we will create this, like how we will do this? So for creating the master we have to use the command, like this is my Fedora machine, OS -release. So you can see this is my Fedora machine. I'm using yum command here over here. For in Debian you can use apt install Ansible. Okay. So here I will use dnf install or yum install Ansible. Okay. So it is already installed, so it will show it is already installed. And there is also one more like way to install Ansible, that is using pip or pip3. So we'll use pip3 because pip3 is a resemblance to Python 3. So pip3 install Ansible. So this will also install the same thing which will be installed by the package manager. Okay, so these are the two ways which we can install, and this pip3 is same in both the Debian and RPM version, both the same. Okay, so I have their Ansible installed in version. This is my Ansible version. So after you have installed Ansible, already the machine is configured as master. Okay, so even if you install Ansible over your nodes, that's not a problem, it will also work fine. But the master should contain Ansible. This is I have told you. Okay, so this has become my master. Then how you will connect a node to this master. Okay, so that's easy. You just take a machine, install OpenSSH on it, SSH on it, the server over it, and create an SSH key from the master and copy it to the machine. That's all. That's how it's connected. And register this IP address of this machine, the master. I will tell you where. Okay, so this will how the machine will be connected. So there are like once the Ansible installed, there will be one folder which is use which will be used in it is etc Ansible. Here we have three files over here. Okay, ansible.cfg, hosts and roles. So we'll study about the roles later in the course. Now we will focus more on hosts and Ansible. So they open this Ansible file, ansible.cfg. So cfg file is the configuration file of Ansible, and all the things are mentioned here. Like this is the inventory, the location of inventory file, the library files, like the where the modules are stored, the utils file, Fox I'll tell you later. Okay, sudo user and all the things, ask pass, and everything is mentioned over here. So you can change anything at your own risk, like before without knowing knowing about the circumstances. You don't change anything in Ansible CFG. And the second thing is host files. So host files stores all the IP addresses of the nodes. Like these are the nodes, and all the IP addresses of the IP address of this machine is stored here. The IP of this machine is also stored. Every machine IP address is stored over master so that it can connect. If the IP address is not there, then we cannot connect to the, because the host file is the first file which has to be read for finding out the IP addresses of the nodes. Okay, so there are many things also, like you can so there are 2-3 methods of mentioning the IPs. First is directly mentioned here, and okay, so this will be my first IP. So it does not it's a simple IP of a node. Then the second thing is creating a group. How we will create a group name, like servers. Then under this, I'll be mentioning all the IPs which should fall under this group. Uh, 6, 3, 1. Okay, any number of IPs you can mention. Also, there's a thing that you can mention them by using their host names also. Local host you can also, if you know the host name of any machine, a node like node 51, then it will also work fine. Okay, so these are the few that can be used to mention the IPs and the node web server host file. So once it is done, how we will fire the commands from the machine to the the server to the machines. There is a command called ansible. Then the syntax, I am telling you the syntax. Target. The target can be the IP. Target can be form of host name or group which you have like mentioned in the host file. Okay. Then n or module, like that module a hyphen a argument hyphen a arguments will be given. Okay, one k for asking password. Like if you are connecting a machine via SSH and if you have not copied the SSH copy ID, like the SSH key to the node, then you will have to use the hyphen k for asking password, because like if you do not use the hyphen k, then it will like directly go to the machine and try to run the command, and then it will throw an error that the password is required. So if you are like if you have not SSH copy ID to the nodes, then you should use hyphen k, and if you have done that, then leave it. Sir, I'll tell you about this user thing later. Leave it. This will be your like the command, the syntax of the. So note it down. Will be much better cases. And these this syntax command is called ad hoc command. Why it is called ad hoc command? That these are not in a file or anything. These are just a command which will fired once, then will forget it. Okay, it is used to automate the task, repetitive task, or like do a simple task very frequent, very fast. You don't have to write a full YAML file, which we'll talk about it later. Okay, so why we use ad hoc commands? Ad hoc commands are great for tasks you repeat rarely. Like if you are doing a task rarely, like then you can use this command, because if you are doing a task regularly, then you should store it in a file or write an YAML file about it. Okay, so how to use these commands? Okay, so I'll be using Ansible localhost because I don't have any node with them myself with me. So you can use localhost to carry out the operations on your like machine only. But if you are like learning about, if you want to know how to use the nodes also, then you can connect the nodes, which can be of any EC2 machine or any VM which is running in your server in your machine only, anything. Okay, so I'm using localhost over here because I don't have any extra machine VM running over or EC2 machine. Then okay, hyphen a for mentioning the argument. Then I will slash sbin on usr bin calc. Okay, this is the result. Okay, so it is mentioning that the command has run over localhost. It has done some task and the return code is 0. So if the return code is not 0, then there is an error. Okay, and it is showing changed. It have executed the command. Okay, so what we have done here is that we are commanding Ansible to run a command which is stored in usr bin cal, is the command for calculator. Oh, sorry, calendar. The result is same. Okay, and hyphen a for argument. So what it has done, that it has gone to the local host and point out this like fired this command. So it have given the result cal. So you can also do some any more thing like ping 80. Okay, so I have not connected to the internet, that's why it is showing the error, and then this will be the error failed. It is showing that the command has failed because the net is not connected, and then it is rc2 because I told you if the return code is not non-zero, then it is failed. Connect network is unreachable, zero code return. Okay, so this was the sum, like this was using the uh, installed commands, like installed commands on the machine. Then how we will, there is also one thing called modules in Ansible. Okay, so what is modules? So modules are some Python programs which are written carry out the operation of in an OS. Okay, so what kind of operations, like uh, pinging a server, copying a file, installing any package, or creating any file, creating file, deleting file, editing file, these kind of operations, like the in general operation. You are we have like over 300 modules in Ansible. Okay, and it is increasing day by day with every update. So this is the command to find out the operations of any like all the number of modules. So uh, ping. Okay, so it will tell you all the details about the ping module which is there in the Ansible. So it is entry will test module and all the data, what will be their arguments, and all the thing will be like who was the author, and all the data is stored. So the Ansible doesn't need to be you don't have to go to internet for finding anything. You just use the Ansible doc command and you will find everything about the particular um, module. Okay, so let's just use it, how we will use the modules. The host m colon a. Hyphen a is not required, just run it. So hyphen the ping command is used to ping the node by from the server. Like whenever you create any cluster, that the first thing you have to, like after creating it and setting up all the things, you have to run is this ping command. So if the ping command is showing this success changed ping pong, if this is like the ping is the message we sent from the master, the pong is the message we get from the node. Okay, so first of all, whenever you install a server, install a cluster, then you have to do this, because it tells that all the nodes are working fine or not, the connections are fine or not. Okay, so there can be a one thing also, like for fun element, you can use Ansible localhost hyphen a and slash sbin and reboot. Okay, so this can be used to fire the command for the local host, like all the machines to be rebooted, or you can use power off also. So I will not be using it here, because if I use it then my system will shut down. Okay, so these are the things you can use for like shutting down whole cluster or rebooting the whole cluster at once. Okay. Then we have talked about ping module yet. Okay, the second module will be copy. So let's do that. Ansible hyphen doc box. What this command do, this command copies the file from a local server, like the local machine, the master machine, to a remote machine or the node, or from the file from the machine, like on the node, which is there on the node but on the different location, and you can copy it from there to another location on the same node. So how will use it? Can use it if one localhost hyphen m copy and a for sending the arguments. Arguments are src for defining the source of the file. Okay, hosts ac host, the second it is destination, and where we have to paste it, pasting it here, host. So if you like define the name of the file here, like hosts one, so the file will be renamed, like first will it will be copied to this folder, and then it will be renamed to hosts one. Okay, and if you don't write the name here, then it will be just copied from here with the same name. So let's take a like look at whether we have this. First we will go to tmp. Yes, so here we can see that there is no file named host. Okay, so how we will use it? So we will fire it. It has shown the result that it has changed. Checksum destination is this, group id gid is the group id of the owner, which is of the file, the group of the file, the owner of the file, mode is the permission which the file is having, and the size of file, source which from which it was copied, and the state is that file. If we copy a directory, then it will be called directory, and uid of the owner of the file. So let's again ls over here, and we can see hosts file which was not there earlier. Okay, so it is the same host file which we have in etc ansible. Sorry, host. So it has the same content. This is the content of etc ansible, and this is the content of hosts here. So this is the same content, so this is the same file. So like this we can also use like hyphen, oh sorry, mode 755. Okay, 0755. 0 is for sticky bit. We will be copying the file again. Like first we have to delete it from here, ls rm host. So we have deleted the file here in the temp folder. Then we will be copying this. Now the mode is 755. Okay, so right now what we have done, we have copied the file from etc ansible to the temporary folder and named changed this permission to 0755. Okay, so if we hyphen a host the same for 7 7 sorry 755. Okay, you must be knowing about that. Also you can get more about this from the doc and copy. So if you go here, these are the options which are like attributes. Attributes is used to change the attributes of the file, backup, checksum, content. If you want to change the content of the file, then you can also use the this destination. You already know directory mode. If you are copying a directory, then you should use directory mode for recursive copy. Like all the data in the directory should also be copied there, otherwise it will just only copy the directory over here, not the content of it. Force group for setting up the group, mode for setting up the mode, like owner, remote src. Remote src is for like copying the file from uh, our server, like the master, to the node. Okay, then there are many things, unsafe writes and everything, so you can go through it. Then there is a command module, you have to copy, then it is shell. So what the shell command do, take it example host hyphen m shell hyphen a, what it will do. Okay, so let's run car run. Okay, and okay, so what the shell command do is it uses the shell of the system to run any command. Like here we have used cal command. We can also use uh, one line command, only one line. What are the hello, yeah, reboot. We can also use reboot, but if I do it, it will like shut down my PC. Also you can use echo user. It has nothing because there is no user, it is root only. Like java underscore home, it has to run the command over there. So what is it doing right now? Like you will be confused what is it doing. So the shell command, the shell module is used to you for using the shell of the node and running the commands, like any command over there. Okay, so any command you fire from here, will be executed over there. So if you remove the cal command from the node on which you are trying to run, then it will show the error because it is using the commands which are installed already on the machine. So if the cal command is not installed over there, then it will be shut off, like it will be giving an error. Okay, so you can do anything with shell, like cat ac host ansible. This is the answer. It has concatenated the file past. Okay, also you can do grep wc word count. Okay, these are the word counts, the number of lines, rows, column, and number of words. Okay, so these are like you can do anything with the shell command, but it is not generally recommended to use the shell command because it is more based on the machine, the node machine, because if there is any error on the node, then it will show error over here also. So it is mostly recommended to use the modules instead of the shell command. Okay, there is all, like we have done the shell, there is also an command. Okay, command module. Okay, so Ansible host and command. It will also done the same, it has also done the same thing, but there is catch in it. The shell command can accept any number, like it can accept the complicated, like complex commands also, like we have used here. What was it? That cat ansible, first we concatenated the file, then we applied the pipe and used the word count on it. But if we do this the same, like, well, first if you do this, because it is single command, then it will run. But if you like make it complicated with pipe and all, then it will show the error. Okay, because no, because it does not considers this pipe or anything, so it only fires the single command. If you want to do anything extra with the command line, like word count or tailf or anything, then you should use the shell module instead of command module. Okay, we have done the four thing: ping, copy, shell, command. So we'll be getting to the next, which is yum module. So what the yum module is used for? So the yum module is used for local host hyphen yum. First I'll show you the demo, then I'll tell you what it does. Okay, package name curl stay present. Oh, so sorry, it will show error because I've set it to internet. Hmm, connected. So it is showing that the package manager, my package manager was DNF, and the package is already installed. Okay, okay. So what it does is it is used for managing the packages on the node. So the solution of our the first scenario would be this command, like this yum module. So we'll be firing this yum all name. In the name argument we will give the name of the package which we want to install. So that was VLC, and the state we can give two things, present and absent. Okay, so present means install, present means install, and absent means remove or uninstall. Okay, so these are the things. If you do table present, it will install the VLC media player on all the machines which are which are configured in the host file or Ansible. Okay, then this thing, and then there are many. Can also get many things. Ansible. Yeah, so it will show you that installing, upgrading, downgrading, removing the packages is done with yum manager, like yum package manager. So auto remove, bug fixes, configuration, disable excludes, disable plugin, anything. So all the things are done here. Okay, so there is also an one state also, that is upgrade. So upgrade is making upgrading the package. If the lower version is installed or already installed on our server machine, then it will upgrade it, install the latest package. Okay, we'll be going to another command which is module, which is users. Users is used for managing the user, for user management. Management on the like creating user, deleting the, and modifying user. By modifying means changing the group ID or the ID or UID of the user ID and group ID, which should be familiar if you are using Linux. Okay, so how it is done? Ansible localhost hyphen a or m for module, then will be user module hyphen a name to name of the user you want to create. Okay, so my test1 will be my username. The state would be present. Okay, we'll create a user with the name test on my PC and will give all the things. The shell it is provided is bin bash. The home file folder is home test. The group ID is 1002. The UID is 1001. Okay, so let's test that whether this user is created or not. Then we will do su-test1. Then we have got to the pwd So we have got to the home address of this test user. Okay, and if you want to use this UID echo 1001, so it is the same thing. Okay, also who am I, so it is test1, so the user is created. Okay, now let's get out, and now we want to delete this, so we'll be using absent. Okay, now if you try to do this test1, the user does not exist. And if you go to home test1, then the folder is there. Okay, so the your task would be finding out how to delete, like, let's give the tasks. So your task 1 will be write down that how to, sorry, delete user along with its home directory. Okay, the task 2 will be create user without home directory. So you have to create two user, one user with the home directory and one user without the home directory, and then you have to delete that user with the home directory along such that the home directory is also deleted with them, because like here we have used then state equals to absent and the user has deleted but its home directory is still present, so you have to do this. Then the task 3 will be uh, install packages, so, yes, Apache for the Ubuntu people and HTTPD for the RHEL people. Okay, also you can install Nginx, anything you want. You have to just try the module. Then you have to use the task 4 we learned, this ping command, so you just use this ping. Okay, task 4 will be you will have to create a server and a machine, like both. Create a server and use another VM and connect them. Okay, and after that you have to copy the file from this from the master, like the file should be on master, like it is like home test file. Okay, and it will be copied to the node in the folder home with the name of test hyphen copy, sorry, underscore copy. So this will be your task, and these are 4 tasks you have to do. And if you have any doubts, then you can consider it, like you can ask in the group, or you can, I'll be solving these things in the next class also.